Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring the DarkEnergy core rulebook. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this 5e powered high fantasy high tech role-playing game, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we start with the character classes. We begin with the Berserker and the Disciple. The Berserker is truly a monster of a character class. More than your average warrior, you are a mighty Berserker. When in the heat of combat, you enter a trance-like rage. You are intoxicated by the adrenaline that flows through your veins during a fight, and seek out this rush like an addict. Your unbridled rage carries you through battle like a tornado of death. You scoff at the weaklings in their armor. You need no such protection. All you need is a weapon in your hand and perhaps a sturdy shield on your arm. Nothing can stand before you. You are a Berserker. Let's talk about some of the class features and traits. When it comes to hit points, you have a lot of them. And you have 8 free ability augments and 1 strength augment. Concerning proficiencies, you are proficient in light armor, shields, simple weapons, and martial weapons. Your saving throws are based on strength and constitution. When it comes to skills, you have things such as athletics and intimidation. You also have rage. In battle, you fight with primal ferocity. On your turn, you can enter a rage as a bonus action, giving you advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. When you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain a bonus to the damage roll that increases as you gain levels as a Berserker, as shown in the rage damage column of the Berserker table. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. While raging, you gain these benefits while you are not wearing heavy armor. If you are able to cast spells, you can't cast them or concentrate on them while raging. Your rage doesn't last forever, and you can only rage a few times before you take a long rest, so make sure that you use that rage wisely. You also have unarmored defense. While you are not wearing any armor, your armor class equals 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your constitution modifier. You can use a shield and still gain this benefit. As you level up, you will obtain many things. You will be able to inflict brutal criticals. Your rage will become stronger. And later on, you will become a primal champion, embodying the powers of the wilds. Your strength and constitution scores will increase astonishingly so, and your maximum for those scores is now 24. As a Berserker, you need to choose a primal path. The path of the Warlord is more melee and defensive focused, giving you advantages when charging, using shields. The Shaman path is a more spiritual or magical path, allowing you to use spells while raging. When it comes to the path of Urban Legend, in this path, you specialize in raging while using firearms. You are even able to channel your rage into your bullets for devastating results. Next we have the Disciple. You are a conduit of divine power. You are the mortal instrument of your deity's divine will. Your spells can bring healing and protection or death and destruction. Devout followers receive the blessing of their gods, and you will reap those rewards. You bring the word of your deity everywhere you go, and you present your holy symbol to strike fear in the hearts of your foes. Blessed is your calling, and you go forth with righteous fervor. Let's talk about some of the features. You are decent when it comes to hit points. You have 8 free ability augments and 1 wisdom augment. You are proficient in the use of light armor, medium armor, and shields. Also simple weapons and the use of calligrapher's supplies. Your saving throws are based on wisdom and charisma. When it comes to skills, you have things such as occultism and deception. You are able to cast divine spells, perform rituals, and later on, you will be able to destroy unholy beings and ask your deity to act on your behalf. Let's talk about the domains. The light domain is focused on healing, protection, and support. The Veil domain is focused more on utility. There is some defensive capacity to it, but you also have things such as Divine Strike, so you will be able to inflict damage through your powers. When it comes to the Dark domain, this is almost purely offensive, focusing on attacks, damaging through your spells. You are also a heavy hitter because of your martial weapons and heavy armor, and you feel a bit more like a necromancer. You can even bolster undead and rebuke unholy. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part, we are going to talk about the druid and the engineer. I think that the Berserker is a bit more focused on being a frontliner, but because of your vulnerability of not wearing heavy armor and such, you're going to feel a bit more like a hit-and-run attacker. You will be able to stand toe-to-toe with your enemies, but this relies on the wise use of rage. You have those options to specialize in the use of firearms as well, spell casting, but overall, I recommend that you play as a cautious frontliner. A bit of a wild card perhaps, because you are going to be very strong while under the effects of your rage. But once you run out of juice, you need to be careful. Now when it comes to the Disciple, you feel a lot like a cleric. You can customize certain aspects of the Disciple depending on your divine path. You are still focused on being a support class and a healer. This is especially noticed in the Light domain. But when it comes to the Veil domain, this is a bit more versatile, and the Dark domain is like the other side of the coin, being a necromancer wielding the powers of the dark, and being more of a tanky sort of divine caster. Thank you for watching this part of the review. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that have been supporting the channel by sending drive-thru RPG gift certificates. If anyone else wants to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.